Hi all, today is lunar eclipse day and also Vaishakha Purnima and also called as Buddha Purnima. Every lunar eclipse comes on a Purnima day only. This lunar eclipse has some importance because it is visible in India also, and if you observe timeanddate.com, it begins from 5th May 8:44 in the evening and it reaches its maximum at 10:52 at night, ends at 1 a.m. next day 6th May, that is at midnight almost. So whenever lunar eclipse occurs, generally people say don't go nearby ocean bodies, also pregnant ladies, better you take care. So this kind of precautions they mention. In addition to that, there is, if you observe the planetary position, it's quite interesting this time. I will show you planetary positions now. So if you see this planetary positions, all the planets are under the control of Ketu, because of course it is lunar eclipse, the moon is impacted by Ketu completely, and then Ketu is watching Saturn with its fifth aspect here, and Ketu is watching Rahu, Jupiter, Sun, Mercury conjunction with its seventh aspect. And Ketu is watching Mars, Venus, the two planet conjunction with its ninth aspect. So there are different opinions among astrologers about Ketu aspects. Some people say Ketu is just a shadow planet, so it may not have any aspects at all. But as a general trend among the astrologers, they consider 5th, 7th and 9th aspect of Ketu. So here Ketu is clearly watching all the planets. So all the planets are under the control of Ketu, you can say. And Ketu is very famous for natural calamities in mundane astrology, because the natural calamities are generally undirectional. Even great scientists cannot predict their way and the direction clearly. Ketu is also similar to that. Ketu does not have head. Rahu is the head and Ketu is the remaining body. Right? If you observe the Samudra Manthan story, the Swarabhanu, the demon's head is Rahu, and the demon's remaining body other than head is Ketu. Ketu does not have direction. So in mundane astrology, Ketu is denoted by natural calamities, and of course lunar eclipse is generally, we can trigger natural calamities because all the liquids are impacted by moon, and in lunar eclipse there is a change in the moon's energy, a sudden change in the moon's energy. So because of that, the water bodies get impacted instantly. So you can clearly predict there would be some kind of natural calamities because of this whole phenomena, because Ketu is taking the control. Rahu is famous for diseases and Ketu is famous for natural calamities in mundane astrology. So Ketu is denoting natural calamities and taking the control, have this kind of impact. And as a general rule, you can say whenever Ketu is in Libra, the world relationships are at toss. The relationships among the countries are impacted. So that's why the moment Ketu entered Libra a few months back, that time onwards, you could clearly observe the And as a general rule here, also as a general rule, in mundane astrology there are two planets that actually show health and life. Health is shown by Sun and life is shown by Jupiter. And here a Jupiter Sun conjunction, which is showing all the life forms, health of all the life forms. And then there are two planets in the whole planetary system that show disease. Those are Mercury as a lord of natural sixth house in the Kalapurush Kundali, because in the Kalapurush Kundali, Virgo is the natural sixth house, and lord of it is Mercury. And as Mercury is the lord of the house of disease, also Rahu, which is another planet that can show disease. So here is a clear indication that as Jupiter and Sun are in conjunction, showing the life, and Rahu and Mercury conjunction, which is showing the disease. So life form impacted by disease. And a natural calamity that may lead after this lunar eclipse can also lead to diseases for sure. So this is the, because see, this whole thing is also watched by Saturn, this 4-planet conjunction. So these are the things present here. And as a positive note here, a Mars Venus, of course if you consider Mars as a natural malefic, and that is also disturbing the bliss of the humans, Venus, instead of going that way, as Gemini is present here, which is actually giving a form of air or speed for Mars and Venus related things. It's a very good thing that there is a lot of strength to some part of the world in terms of bliss. So this is the positive indication you can clearly see, because Mars is in the Jupiter nakshatra, which is very much good, and also if you observe Venus in the Mars nakshatra supporting Mars, right? This can be, the Mars Venus can be to an extent positive thing here. So that's the whole energy of this horoscope. Thanks for watching this video.